walk that dusty road with my head hanging low, boots worn thin from the miles of mistakes. My heart felt like a fence post cracked by storms, and every step kicked up the shame. I tried to bury the old church bell, hadn't rung in years, although it echoed inside my chest like it was calling me home. I pushed the creaking door and the pews whispered with the weight of every sinner who'd ever sat there before me. I wasn't sure God would listen, but I knew I couldn't keep running.
Cobwebs covered the hymns, dust lay thick on the altar rail, and a faded Bible sat open to a verse about forgiveness. Like someone left it waiting for the next lost soul. I dropped my hat, fell to my knees, and the red dirt stained my jeans like the scars on my past.
My voice trembled as I tried to pray, but the words stuck until a tear hit the floorboards and the dam finally broke.
I told God I was done fighting.
I told him I was tired of living like a ghost in my own life. At that red dirt altar, under a cross made of old oak timber, I laid down every burden I carried through the years, and the dust turned to water, washed away by heaven's river, when grace fell like rain and wiped away my fears. On that hill where lost men falter, I found a Savior stronger. At the red dirt altar where a sinner disappeared.
Morning sunlight crept through the broken stained glass, painting colors over the mess I was. I stood up different than I knelt down, lighter like someone cut loose the rope of every regret tied to my heart. I picked up that old Bible and brushed the dust away, and it felt like brushing the dirt off a seed finally ready to grow. When I stepped outside, the sky was wider, the road wasn't as long, and the wind felt like a hand on my shoulder guiding me forward. I knew that hill wasn't the end of my journey, it was the start of the one God meant for me.
At that red dirt altar, under a cross made of old oak timber, I laid down every burden I carried through the years, and the dust turned to water, washed away by heaven's river, when grace fell like rain and wiped away my fears. On that hill where lost men falter, I found a Savior stronger. At the red dirt altar where a sinner disappeared. Maybe you've walked that same dry road, carrying a heart too heavy to hold, but there's a place where the broken are made whole, where the dirt beneath your knees turns into gold.
At the red dirt altar, mercy fell like a warm September, and a voice said, "Son, you are forgiven, don't you fear." Now the dust turns to water for every soul who wanders, because God still meets the lost who crawl to Him in tears. If your knees hit that same altar, you'll rise a newborn soldier. From that red dirt altar, leave your chains right here. They say the church is still empty most days, but the door never closes.
on that hill at sunset, you can almost hear the sound of someone finding God on their knees in the red dirt. I've walked through dusty valleys with a Bible in my hand, boots worn out from wandering across this broken land. Thought I traveled all alone through storms and desert nights, till I looked back on my journey and saw two sets of strides. When the thunder shook the canyon and the wind began to moan, I whispered prayers to heaven, afraid to stand alone. But mercy crossed the prairie like a whisper in the rain, and a gentle voice reminded me I'm with you in the pain. Bootprints beside my own, across the sands of time, a Savior riding with me through every hill I climb. He never let me wander lost or face the dark unknown. No, I was never by myself. There were bootprints beside my own. At times I ran from blessings like a stray without a home, searching for a sunset only pride had ever known. But grace was on my trail like a sheriff riding fast, roping me with kindness, pulling me back to the past. The devil tried to steal me with a bottle and a lie, said I was too far gone for angels to ride by. But Jesus lassoed sorrow, turned it into hope, broke the chains around my heart and cut the hangman's rope. Bootprints beside my own, across the sands of time, a Savior riding with me through every hill I climb. He never let me wander lost or face the dark unknown. No, I was never by myself. There were bootprints beside my own. Now I share my testimony in a humble country church, to cowboys, broken dreamers, folks still lost and hurt. I tell them there's a rider who will meet you where you stand. He'll walk the trail beside you through the dust and shifting sand. And when my final sunset paints the sky with golden fire, I'll hang my hat in heaven with the saints and angel choir. But before I cross that river to the land where I belong, I'll thank Him for the journey and the trail that made me strong. Bootprints beside my own, across the sands of time, my Savior never left me through every hill I climb. From dust roads to redemption, His love was always shown, and now I walk in glory No more boot prints, just his